Welcome back, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is the 4th episode, I believe, of us reviewing UFO videos, UAP videos, paranormal, mysterious videos and clips that we find on the internet, trying to make sense of them, explain them, debunk them if we can. Now, these are videos that you guys are sending me, and to be honest with you, it got a little bit out of hand. So I have a bit of a backlog now on clips, so we're not going to be able to look at all clips that you guys have sent me recently, but please don't stop sending them to me. Join the Discord, send me more clips. But let's get into the first video. So the first one is actually an amazing clip. I love this clip so much. It's really, really cool, and it just went viral the last few days ago. It was uploaded initially, I think, in early January, so it's already been floating around for 2 months. But like I said, just in the past week, the past few days, it's really exploded. No pun intended. And that is the green beam laser video that I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen already. But let's take a look at the clip.
Street. What the f is that, dude? What? That's it.
Big explosion. Explosion. Holy.
So that's basically the clip. It's a little bit longer. I'll link this tweet down in the description so you can look at it in full length, but there's not much more happening. And I don't know why they overlaid the same footage on the top left here, and it is just the same footage. A lot of people in the replies were like, "Wow, look, there are 3 different angles of it." It's like, no, dude, it's the same film repeated in a slightly smaller form factor and overlaid over the other videos. So there are no other angles of this. And the first thing I notice looking at this is the absolute hideous sound effect that whoever put this together put over this clip, okay? It sounds like the control robots in Westworld. I don't know if you watched this, but listen to the sound effect one more time.
Street. What the f is that, dude? What?
Like, bro, if you want to make a video that has credibility in the UFO field, don't use cheesy sound effects like that. You're just diminishing all the credibility that your clip may have because it's visually very compelling by just adding this ridiculous sound effect. It's a complete joke. But what is it? What could it be? Is it Oprah looking for new land to buy? Could it be someone just playing with their cat, right? Laser pointer, cat. Maybe it's Marjorie Taylor Greene's Jewish space laser. Final evidence. Jewish space laser confirmed. No, but in all honesty, besides the sound effect, which is hideous, they put over it, the second thing I notice is, right after this happens, the second guy that's seemingly in the background of this video is not mentioning it. He talks about, oh, that's a big explosion, right? That's a big explosion. He doesn't say, dude, did you see that giant green laser just now? But if you say, well, that was a big explosion, that's something you would say if there was just the lightning, the thunder and lightning in front of you and not the green laser, okay? So let's listen to that again and pay attention to the second guy in the background and what he has to say after this incredible, never seen before green space laser has just hit Earth. Okay, let's go one more time.
Street. What the f is that, dude? What? That's it.
Big explosion. Explosion.
Big explosion. That's a big explosion, bro. It's like, yeah, no, that was a huge light beam. Some kind of laser hitting the... Like, you might want to mention that and not just say big explosion. That's something you would say if you only saw the thunderbolt and lightning. Okay, so, but people are losing their mind, right? Obviously, everyone on the internet knows everything. Everyone's like, dude, this is a direct energy weapon. Obviously, it's a direct energy weapon. So you get loads of clips of people being like, yeah, it's, you know, this is what it is. Like this guy, for example. I love this guy.
All right, if you guys are wondering what that is the US patented direct energy weapon. This is the aftermath of how it looks, kind of fucked up all over. Another example right here, but what do you notice? So this big direct energy weapon is scared of the color blue.
It's scared of the color blue. It's like the direct energy weapon is like, oh no, it's blue, I'm so terrified. It's such a dumb take, bro. I mean, recently these conspiracy theories have been popping up where like apparently celebrity houses have now painted their roofs blue to protect themselves from these incredible direct energy weapons, which by the way has been debunked, okay? There's this Reuters article saying the house that survived the Maui wildfires was not owned by celebrities, and if you go to the article, it also specifies that the direct energy weapons are not scared of the color blue. The whole thing doesn't make much sense. Also note how this dude is basically saying it is this direct energy weapon.
All right, if you guys are wondering what that is the US patented direct energy weapon.
That's what it is. Okay, there's no debate about it. There's no back and forth or options. It's definitely that. God, I hate people like that. Now, there's a few things that this enthusiastic young gentleman seems to forget or just intentionally leave out. And that is, for example, that observatories also shoot lasers at the universe. And apparently they're doing this to seed clouds. And there are videos of this going around. This is just from 16, 17 days ago, the middle of February this year. And you can see, you know, laser going up into the clouds, most probably from an observatory. There's a bunch of more images like that. So it's not unusual. However, notice these lasers are going straight up into the sky, okay? And they don't move, they don't scan the landscape or whatever. There's other applications of similar lasers that we see, like for example, I found this clip of green lasers apparently coming from Chinese satellites, and what they do here is they're mapping the terrain using basically LiDAR technology to scan the terrain from above and create a three-dimensional map of it. To be honest, it's probably not just China. I would assume that other countries are doing similar things, but there's a few things that we notice here as well, okay? First of all, the lasers, and believe me, those are strong lasers, right? If you send them from, I don't know, satellites or whatever they use to shoot them down at the Earth and try to get a reliable mapping of the environment underneath, you need probably some of the strongest lasers you can get and that you can put into an aircraft or satellite, because obviously limited energy resources and so on. And look how these lasers look. They don't look at all like the other laser. You know, they're interrupted. You only see them where they hit the clouds, which is how lasers work. You know, lasers are not always visible like a long stick. They're only visible when they meet moist in the air, so to say. And again, they are just straight lines, right? These are like straight lines protruding from above onto the Earth. While the laser in this viral clip is moving, right? It's scanning. It seems like it's scanning at least. So it's moving around, which doesn't match the observatory. It doesn't really match like the LiDAR scanning of the environment. So what is it? Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's fake. I think they imposed it. It's an After Effects thing. And the main reason why I think that's what it is not only the hideous sound effect and the dude just saying, oh, well, that was a big explosion, when actually it was just like a crazy space laser hitting the Earth. It is also simply not how lasers work, okay? And there's an amazing channel called Styropyro on YouTube, and you might be familiar with this young fellow. He's really, really successful on YouTube, and he builds laser pointers, giant laser pointers by himself, and he knows a lot about lasers and how they work. And when you look a bit deeper into what he says, not specifically related to this video, but more about laser beams and laser pointers in general, you can get a few insights that kind of contradict what we see in this video. Let's take a look.
And I climbed back up the tower on a foggy evening to test it out. I decided to try out my camera in full spectrum mode, and I was stunned by the result. My camera is only weakly sensitive to this laser's wavelength.
So notice what just happened here, right? So the first clip, this clip is him shooting this laser on a foggy day, okay? So there's already mist in the air. This is not like a clear day with no, you can see it, right? It's a misty day. You don't see the laser at all. Only when it switches to this full spectrum camera mode, then you can see it. And then suddenly it looks very similar to what we see in the viral video, right?
And I was stunned by the result. My camera is only weakly sensitive to this laser's wavelength, yet it still managed to unveil the actual beast at hand. Even without careful focusing, the laser can easily set fire to my fence about 70 meters in the distance.
So I think it's fair to assume that whoever shot this viral video did not use a full spectrum camera. And you can see it, right? In this image in particular, this is not a full spectrum camera mode. You can see the houses look normal. It doesn't have a strong green filter or something like that that sits over the whole image. So I think these are all indicators that this is just a special effect. Like someone made this up, someone created this in the computer. And also at the scale that we see it here, like the amount of energy you would need to create something like this is almost impossible. The brightness, the thickness, you can see these houses are already huge. The beam hits clearly behind the houses, so it would be like what? I mean, it's hard to estimate distance, right? Without any point of reference, but like 100 to 300 meters in the distance. So that beam would be like what? 10 meters wide, like a 5, 6, 10 meter wide laser beam. Just from a physics point of view, it doesn't make any sense. And then beyond that, to ultimately debunk it, in my personal opinion, there are no other angles. This is the only recording that we have of this incident. And if it had this incredible sound effect that comes straight out of War of the Worlds, I'm sure other people may have noticed it. Other people would have said, did you all hear this crazy sound effect that came from the sky and was accompanied by a giant green laser? None of that exists. As far as I'm aware, this is the only clip and the only witness that we have. And beyond that, we don't know who the source is. It's not that the person who recorded this came forward and said, yes, I saw this, you know, I put my name to it. So all these indicators tell me that it's fake. and that someone made it in After Effects. But I mean, it's a cool video nonetheless. I love it. It's straight out of a science fiction film, so good stuff there, but it's not real. Sorry to disappoint you guys. Next video. So this is a classic. You see these floating around. Again, no pun intended. But this is one of these classic cigar-shaped UFOs filmed during the daylight, so we get a fairly good look at it. Let's take a look at the clip.
How f***ing cool is that? I can't even see it right now in person. I'm somehow, oh, there it is. Okay, it's floating towards a cloud. There it is, yeah. It's floating towards a cloud. Uh-oh. And it's gone.
So, unfortunately, this is not stabilized, so it's a quite shaky video, and there's a longer version of it right underneath. I'll link this original tweet down in the description, so you can go check it out yourself, and then you can scroll down, and the actual reply right underneath the first one is like the full 6-minute 40 video. So it's not that this woman just recorded those 20 seconds and then stopped recording, which is always very suspicious and indicates that it's probably fake. But I think she really saw this, okay? And again, there's more footage of it. Now, a few things I noticed that make my alarm bells go off immediately. And that is, it doesn't move or make irrational maneuvers, okay? This thing just seems to float in the wind, okay? It moves slowly. It moves with the breeze. At some point you can see it moving slightly faster. It moves down because it's been hit by the wind. So while it's an intriguing video, and a lot of people are replying and saying, wow, you know, this is really convincing, and it's clearly recorded as it happened on the day. I don't think this is CGI or made in a computer. But if you do a little bit of research, you quite quickly find out what this most likely is, okay? And you can see, I mean, look at this. It has a dark color. It's not a silver object, right? It does reflect the sun over here, but it seems to be a slightly darker color, maybe even black, and that is a perfect match with the Tedco 50 feet long solar balloon that you can purchase for £70.80 on toycentral.uk. Now this is basically an educational toy that illustrates the mechanics of thermodynamics, and you can blow it up. As far as I'm aware, you can fill it with air, and then the sun on a sunny day will heat up the air, and because the balloon is very, very light, it will just lift up and start floating into the air. And I think it is fair to assume that that's what we're seeing here. It ticks all the boxes, right? It moves with the wind. It doesn't do irrational movements. It has about the same length, has about the same color. And in my mind, it's a perfect match, okay? I mean, leave your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. You can let me know what you think about this, but people in the comments and replies about this are really losing their minds. It's like, has anyone offered an explanation? Do we know what this is? Interdimensional beings, angels and demons have been here way before humans, okay? It's demons, bruv. Oh God. Why are we living in this timeline? Let's move on, okay? That was an easy one. Now, one more, maybe two more. Let's see. Now, this was shared with me not long ago. It was uploaded 18 hours ago, and apparently this happened in Mexico. Has the Mexican UFO saucer been debunked? Has this been debunked? Could we possibly debunk this incredibly believable clip? Let's take a look.
Está flotando. Está flotando. ¿Qué es eso? Nunca había visto esto así. No, yo tampoco. Es que la luz se mueve. No. Pero los platos no se mueven, mira. Exacto, ¿ya mira? Y la luz está más fuerte. No. Yo me voy porque a mí me da miedo esto. No le encuentro forma, parece un círculo, parece...
Amazing. I love the sound effects, by the way.
Bajando.
Oh my God! Everyone's losing their mind, okay? Jesus Christ in heaven, dude. But good news, Daft Punk reunion confirmed, okay? I'm pretty sure it's just a marketing scheme to introduce that Daft Punk are coming back. But I mean, think about it this way, okay? A clip like this, if you have, hypothetically, an alien species that traverses space and potentially folding space and time in order to get through millions of light years to visit us on our planet, right? They have these thousands of years of advanced technology, of maybe even millions of years of like technology that's ahead of us, and they come here and put on a disco light show. Like, just from a common sense point of view, it makes no sense. You know, they arrive hovering over Mexico and they're like, all right, Stealth mode off. What's next? They're gonna play some like nice house music tunes that go along with the light show? Is that where we're going here? I mean, maybe that's what aliens love. Maybe they just love a good light show, a disco, and like a nice house music set. Possibly. But in all seriousness, okay, beyond all that, I mean, maybe you noticed that this thing doesn't move at all. It just sits like stationary. It seems to be fixed in one place. And then before we get the second angle, before everyone loses their mind, there's literally a cut, right? You guys noticed that. Right? I mean, and then the lights themselves just literally looked like someone had to play with LEDs. And also, like in the second clip, you can kind of see the structure of it. That looks like, I don't know, some kind of stretched fabric over some kind of frame that someone built. It is not a perfectly smooth surface. Not saying that alien spaceships need to all have like a perfectly smooth surface, but bro, come on, man. We're losing a little bit of credibility here. It really, really looks like someone built a prop, mounted it somewhere above their house, and then got the girls in the neighborhood to scream over it, trying to create a viral video, which kind of worked because we're talking about it here. But someone in the comments replied as well, saying the audio doesn't go with it. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. I assume it's Spanish, but maybe you can confirm or deny that down in the comment section. But they said they're talking about something completely different. So it might even be that this person took the audio from somewhere else and just put it over this clip to go along with it. I don't know, but I can't confirm or deny this. But like, again, someone said this in the comments saying the people talking, they talk about something completely unrelated, it seems like. But I mean, bro, let's be honest. Like a video like this, it just looks comically stupid. Okay, it just looks ridiculous. And I don't know how anyone can take this serious. But guys, I think that's it for today. I had one more video prepared, but you know what? That one is about the tether incident, right? The very, very famous 1996 tether incident, I think it was. You know what? I'm probably going to put this in a separate video because that is a big incident. So I'll record this in a minute and put it as a separate video. Otherwise, this one's just getting too long and I'm boring you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please show it to me by smashing the like button. Maybe leave me a quick comment. It always helps and just shows that you guys are enjoying these videos. It really helps me to be motivated to do more of these. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, join our Discord, share your clips with me over there. I'm going to add them to the backlog and eventually we're going to get through all of them. Hopefully, maybe. Let's see. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your time. Have a good day, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Bye.